Welcome back to Kentucky Sports Television. We are now very happy to be joined by what I think is our tallest guest ever on Skype, new UK commitment, Karl Towns. Karl, thank you for joining us. I know everybody's going to love seeing you in that UK gear.
Thank you for having me so much. Appreciate it.
Now, obviously, it was a huge deal when you committed in your area at your school for Kentucky fans. And when people commit to UK, we talk to them. Sometimes it changes. You get a lot of fans contacting you, but sometimes committing tunes things down. How has life changed since you committed to the Cats?
For me, life has just been the same. Now I just get to wear my favorite color now. Blue's always been my favorite color. So, I'm very happy that I get to rock my UK gear a lot more. And, for my life right now, it's just so much simplified now knowing that my college decision is made and I get to go enjoy the rest of my high school career.
What was, I know you know John Calipari from playing in the Dominican team. How is his message different than maybe Coach K or Billy Donovan, the other schools recruited you that really convinced you that Kentucky was where you wanted to be?
Coach Calipari's scheme was mostly just let the basketball talk for itself and let the school dictate if Karl wants to come here. And, he did he was such a nice guy. He's such a great coach that, Duke and everyone was up there. But, the only decision that made my decision for Kentucky was that he let the school speak for itself. And the kinesiology program there at Kentucky is one of the top in the nation. So he really, I think that was the deciding factor in all of this.
I think that was one thing that really jumped from your announcement, that people really liked that you talked about the academic program. You already know what you want to go into. The other thing, though, that was maybe the star of the show was your mom. She was so excited. What did she say to you when she leaned over hugging you? What did she say to you when you made that announcement?
My mom, she really wanted Kentucky for me, and she thought that Kentucky was the best place for me. And she always verbally said it. And, for me, I just wanted to make sure I made the right decision. And at the end of the day, I'm the one who has to step on the court and play. So I thought I made the right decision for me and my mom and my family. So when I hugged her, she was saying, thank you so much, because she always wanted to rock. She loved Kentucky, and she thought that was the best decision for her little son.
Now, your dad, a lot of people know, also was the nation's leading rebounder in college. What was his role like as you're picking your schools, but also developing into such an elite basketball player with the recruitment, developing your game? What's your relationship like with him, and how important was he in this whole process?
Oh, my father's been with me since day one. He's the one who got the basketball in my hand, and he's going to be the person to take the basketball out of my hands, He is such a pivotal part of my life. And, my dad, teaches me so much about rebounding and how to play the sport. And, for him, he was just making sure that I picked the school that played to my style. He wanted to make sure that the school I picked played for me. And at the same time, it gave me a chance to use all aspects of my game. And it felt that Kentucky is made for unique people, so I wanted to be a unique player and play for Coach John Calipari.
What is your style? If you had to label it, I know people call you the Dominican Dirk, which is high praise, obviously. Do you look at yourself more as a center, a power forward, a small forward? Give us the scouting report on Karl Towns.
I'm going to use the words of Coach Calipari. He has me play 3, 4, and 5. And at the most elite level, he had me play 3, 4, and 5. So just to know that Coach Cal felt so highly of me that he could put me on 3 positions really, it just speaks to the versatility I think I've developed over the years of playing this basketball game. And, I think that the biggest thing for me is I used to be a 3-point shooter. Now I'm more of a versatile player, all-around player. I tried to balance out my game aspects offensively, and now I think I'm doing a great job with that, of driving to the hole and using the post even more. That I love to use it. So, I just think that everything's going the way it is, and defensively, I've prided myself on defense since I was young. So I always try to be the best defensive player I can be.
Now, your game is very versatile, obviously. You're your class president. I saw 4.3 grade point average. You hit a golf ball like 3 miles. Can you tell people something you are not good at doing? Is there something that you're just not good at doing?
I try to be as great as I can in everything, but I know I'm not good at lacrosse. I am not a lacrosse player.
I'm sure that the UK lacrosse team would like to. They'll be willing to teach you if you're willing to try it out. I'm sure if that's something you want to weigh as an option. On a more serious note, last Friday, of course, in Connecticut, there was a tragedy that kind of captivated the entire country. I know last night you wrote something on your shoes. You honored the kids there that lost their lives. Why was that important to you, and why did you feel compelled to do that?
For me, I always try to help. You always try to be the best human you could be in this world. So, anything I can help those families out in Connecticut really, really wanted to touch me. So, we have such a short time on this earth, and these kids were taking their lives even shorter than any others. So, you know, I've just been blessed to play this game of basketball for so long already that, I've been blessed to play around the world and play this game just for the amount of time I have right now. So, you always try to give back with anything you could do. And any way I can help the people in Connecticut, I would love to do. And anything I could share my condolences with them. It was so important to me because we're still teenagers, and we just passed that kid cycle that these kids were killed from. We just passed being kids, and we're just now becoming teenagers, and later on when life will be men. So we're not so far from these kids. We may just be in high school, but just years ago, we were back in those elementary schools too. So it really touched us because we could have been those kids that were killed. Um, like I wrote on my shoes, the kids are our future. So the children are our future. So at the end of the day, these are great kids, and 20 people that that great minds that we could have used that now we just have to lay to rest.
It's extremely mature position, but very impressed by that answer. But say, moving on, 5 years from now, you're developing as a basketball player, wherever you want to be. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now as a person, as a basketball player?
I see myself playing at the University of Kentucky, and I think that I see myself just making the most of life. Using every minute I have and using it to my advantage. That's the most important thing. And not playing for myself but for my family, and making life a lot easier for my family. I try to play as much as I can to make life easier for my family. So hopefully in 5 years hopefully all goes right, be in the NBA and making money for my family and taking my family out to places they've never been to, and helping Dominican Republic out and trying to be the best human I could be. Giving money back. Having the money to support people overseas in Dominican Republic especially, and given the chance to help them and show them how it feels to be on top of the world for one day.
Karl Towns, thank you so much for joining us. We really enjoyed talking with you, and look forward to maybe checking in between now and the time you get on campus. Really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Oh, appreciate it so much. Thank you. Go BBN.